somewhere else by now.
Jenny, do you know if Kalinda's going to join us today? Or?
She was going to.
Okay.
Wendy, I like your shirt.
Oh, thank you. I pretty much came straight from school.
Very
It's kind of getting
apropos.
wild, you know.
Very appropriate.
November, December.
Well, we have a packed agenda tonight, so I'd like to, and I believe we have a quorum with 4, if Kalinda can't make it. Okay. So I'd like to call the meeting to order. It's, I believe, 6 o'clock, yes? Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, for the first things on our agenda, we are going to have our alternates give us just a little bio on themselves and why they're interested in joining the board. Let me call them up here in order. You see Lyle.
Do I?
Yes.
I haven't done this before, so
Yeah,
I need a little bit
yeah.
of direction.
Yeah.
I'm Lyle Poliak. I'm here representing TMAF Arts and Design. We're a local arts group that does public art exhibits pretty much in any venue that we can get wall space in. We've done exhibitions in St. Petersburg, Tarpon Springs, Dunedin, Clearwater. Our claim to fame is that majority of the shows we do are low entry fee and open to the general public so that anyone with proven talent can exhibit. It's not a show that's open to a specific arts alliance or an arts group. It's inclusive of everyone in the community. We've been exhibiting at Oldsmar Public Library since the COVID lockdown came down, and I have to give the city props for that because they were probably the first government entity that would even consider the prospect of doing arts exhibits again after the COVID lockdown. Everyone else was kind of the mindset that it's not good timing and we don't want people to congregate, but that wasn't a welcome experience for artists. It cut into a lot of their exhibitions and general income. So I give you thanks for that came about. We presently have an exhibition at both Oldsmar Public Library and Oldsmar City Hall, which is the Veterans Show that you're enjoying right now. And it was a pleasure putting that together with Mrs. Byrne.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, great.
Thank
And you're
you.
from Oldsmar, is that correct?
No, I am actually a resident of Clearwater.
Clearwater, okay. And next,
Are we allowed to ask questions or just?
yes, of course, yes, yes.
Could I ask you some questions? Would you mind?
Do I need to go back?
So as the curator, you're involved with the city already.
Yes.
Do you feel that there might be a little bit of a conflict of interest with you having that kind of arrangement and with the city and then being involved in an advisory position that looks at all the art and all the institutions in the city?
Not necessarily. I think all viewpoints should be open. The experience that I've had with other cities and other venues might be a benefit, so I'm willing to offer that to the group.
Okay, well, thank you.
I apologize for my lateness, everybody.
You did pretty good.
There was a wreck.
Next is Alexis.
Hey guys, my name's Alexis. I am an Oldsmar resident. I don't have any type of art qualifications necessarily, but I am an admin of Oldsmar Rocks. I love to paint. I have served on the PTA board for 9 years, so I'm used to organizing and kind of doing a lot of events for the kids, arts and craft, things like that. But other than that, I just love this city. I've been here for 40-something years. I'm not going to say how long, but I've been here my whole life. So I get really excited. I think recently we just did the art project at, I call it Canal Park still, but I thought that was really cool, and I'd like to see more of that, and I'd like to be a part of it.
What arts project was that?
I think it was, it's like a guy on a bike. It's like a metal art thing.
Champions Way.
Yeah.
Oh, Champions.
Yeah. Thank you. I couldn't remember what it was called, but I thought that was super cool, and I think that was the first time I actually saw Oldsmar doing something different, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. So I just wanted to be a part of it because it's art related, and I love art.
What kind of art do you,
All kinds, she knows. I paint a lot of rocks, probably too many, and I hide them around town for the kids. Recently, I'm actually going to be organizing a Christmas rock event for the kids soon. I help with Gina Rogers for the Oldsmar Rocks. We do a lot of that. But I also paint canvases, and I actually made a bunch of them for the hurricane victims so that they had something to hang up on their wall to kind of make them happy and kind of bring them a little joy. But basically, any type of art, arts and crafts, I do all sorts of stuff.
okay.
Any other questions?
How did you get involved in the arts? Were you always since a little kid, or?
Always. My grandma was an artist. My mom, just something that's in me. Anytime, like if, like in college or any school, if there was an art class, I was doing it. And I wanted to do it again and again and again. Pottery, all sorts of stuff. It just brings me joy. It's like a stress reliever.
Thank you.
Any other questions? All right, you guys have a good one.
Thank you.
And last is Jim Mascarenas.
So my name is Jim Mascarenas, 2001 Hudson Court. I'm a fairly new resident to Oldsmar. I've lived in the area for the past 5 years. And just this past summer, my wife and I were blessed to be able to buy our first home. And when we were looking at all the different areas and we were like, where should we buy? We really just fell in love with Oldsmar, and we were like, this is the place. This is where we need to settle down and get our roots. In my professional life, I work in church ministry, and I'm also a graphic designer. So a lot of what I do is making flyers, making a lot of T-shirts and a lot of like merchandise for the church that I work at, as well as other churches in the area. I love art. I think it's such a beautiful, beautiful thing to have in your community. It creates a welcoming place. And something that I really think about often, especially coming into this building, which I was able to go to a few city councils, when we were thinking about where we were supposed to live, we were like, okay, let's check out this place, Oldsmar. And we were driving around, and we stopped in front of City Hall, and my wife saw the statue of the wings. And my wife loves butterflies, and she loves angels, and she stopped in her tracks, and she was like, this is it. This is where we're supposed to live. And that's what art does. It creates a sense of home. It gives a message to people. And I love that about Oldsmar. I have the privilege of living near Sheffield Park, and every time I'm walking my dog, I look on the floor and I see that beautiful art there, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And I would love to have a part in that here in Oldsmar. I have plenty of graphic design experience, and then also working for a church, I have plenty of fundraising experience as well, which I think could be very helpful. But that's pretty much all about me.
Have you done any marketing programs and graphic
I
design?
have, yeah. So currently I work in church ministry, religious education for kids. But before that, I was a director of communications for a church of about 10,000 families on the other coast of Florida in Cocoa Beach. So a lot of marketing, a lot of getting the word out there, and a lot of fundraising with that as well. But I really do have a heart for service and a heart for serving the community that I'm living in, and I love Oldsmar, and I just want to serve.
I want to, this is a delicate question, and I hope I ask it in a delicate way. Is there anything, because you have brought up your connection with the church and you're a religious educator and a leader.
Yes.
Is there anything in your belief system that would make it difficult for you to support art created by a gay person
Not at
or,
all. Not at all.
anything,
Yeah.
you know, anything that sometimes you find people, that it's part of the religious practice to say no to certain ways of lifestyle and whatever, nothing.
Yeah, not at all. Like I'm very proud to work for a church. I love my religion. I'm a Christian, but I do believe that Christ calls us to love everybody and to love everybody where they're at. I believe art is beautiful from everybody, and my wife believes the same. My wife is a choreographer and dancer. She's a ballerina, and just through even me getting like going through graphic design and all that kind of stuff, like I interact with everybody, and I love all art, and that's why I'm here.
So you're welcoming spirit for whatever
Absolutely.
lifestyle or
Yes,
race, color, creed, background, ethnic,
absolutely,
whatever.
and absolutely.
Okay, thank you for accepting that question and
Yeah.
answering it. I appreciate that.
Totally. A little backstory with me. I haven't lived in Florida my whole life. I actually lived in England until I was 13. And living in England, it was a very, very diverse place that I lived in, where it was different religions and different cultures and different races. And the little town that I lived in really lived in harmony. It was beautiful, and that's where I fell in love with art, through all of my wonderful art teachers that were in my school. And through that, moving here to Florida, obviously, there's a lot of like small town feel, like in Oldsmar. But I do believe that there's a place for all kinds of art in every single town. So I would be excited to be a part of that here.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, I commend you for being new, relatively new to Oldsmar, because some of us have been here for a long time. That does happen. Well, the
Yes.
one lady back there, I don't even want to say, you know? But I love that you saw the Taking Flight and then you saw Native Balance. Did you get to
Yes.
see the rest of the art projects by any chance?
I've
or-
seen a few like walking through, but like I really believe that art, it really just enhances a place. And so for all the art that I've seen in Oldsmar, I've loved. Like I'm like,
Good.
this is like, and it's always like a wonderful surprise when it comes up as well. So I applaud you guys for what you're doing. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
So I believe we will now vote.
Thank you.
I got hers. I hate doing this in public. It's like, really? Really?
It's like on that side,
like
you
in
hate
class,
doing
everybody
it.
raise your hand.
Seriously, we want to vote for everybody.
Before we move on, we have to approve the minutes of the last board meeting.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? No. Motion passes.
And it looks like the board has selected Jim Mascarenas to be your new alternate board member.
Very good.
Who?
Welcome aboard.
Welcome, Jim.
Welcome, Jim.
And you guys, keep trying.
It's okay.
Keep trying.
My friend asked me to do it, and I was like, do what?
We love
Follow
old.
your page.
We love old. I follow your page.
Follow your page.
Yeah, we follow your page too. We
Now I
love
have a
old Smart
face.
Rocks. Try again, though.
Yes.
I'm happy for him. He's new, so it's awesome. It's a great city. I've been here just a little bit.
You guys should get together.
You should see my house. It's so colorful. It's crazy. And sometimes I feel like people think I'm crazy.
There were two others.
Okay, excellent. So let's move on to the next item, which is the Tico Hall mural restoration. And I believe Faith has given us all.
Yeah, everybody should have a packet.
Okay.
It's like
Just
the one from last week.
One quick question.
Yeah,
Does this include the fact that we're going to move the,
I removed that, so the cost is a little bit lower.
okay, so you moved that?
Yes.
So we would do that? in other
Yes,
words.
yes.
Okay. Yeah, this looks excellent.
Yeah, so I just took everything that everybody said from last time. We advised that the city could transport the painting itself, so that'll help bring the cost down. I did think about, because I know you mentioned if we were to take a digital capture and then we were to scale it down. I talked to my colleague who does that. The hard part is because it's so large, you can only scale it down so much without losing some of the detail in there. So the smallest we could do is maybe half the size, and even then, we wouldn't be able to order a frame that size because it's still so large. So I think the best idea would be to keep the original frame, and we'll do the capture, reprint a new one, and then put it back in that original frame as it is. So I removed the cost for transportation and rehanging and all of that, so then that brings the cost down about $1,000 from before.
Okay. We've looked into this with the city council and the city manager. And because of the Florida laws, we're going to have to open this up to
Sure.
to a couple bids.
Yeah.
Okay, and stuff. And Joan is going to take care of
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, of course.
We will, yes, I spoke with the purchasing person for the city, and we don't have to rebid, we don't have to do a formal bid process, excuse me, because it's under $5,000, but we still have to get quotes to, demonstrate that we've done our due diligence.
course.
So that can move rather quickly, because those can be, done pretty much within a couple of weeks. So I would expect that probably, this
Yeah.
will.
I did just a really quick search, and I came up with two names, Cook Restoration and Montage Gallery.
Okay.
Do they do, are
I'm
you
not
familiar
familiar.
with them?
I'm not,
Okay.
no.
Yeah. I don't even know if, they do this
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
work, because it doesn't say anything on their website.
Right, right. Worth a call.
And they're not going to have this price in public record for them to underbid, are they?
No.
This price won't be, okay, good, because that wouldn't be fair, coming from an ex-contractor.
So as soon as we get those in, we'll revisit this and hopefully move forward.
Well, we could actually move to say, based on the bids that we acquire, we can go ahead and move forward, because we have the funding in the current fiscal year to do the restoration, so.
Okay.
We could just
Awesome.
move ahead once we know what,
The bids are.
yeah.
Do we have to take that up in the next meeting, or can we do that before?
No, I think we can go ahead and do it
that need to-
once we get a couple
You
of
just
the bids.
inform us?
Yeah.
and-
Mhm.
Okay,
We could get it moving quickly.
yeah.
Does it need to be a motion, or?
I think you just need a motion to say that you want to move ahead with restoring the Tico Hall painting based on the quotes that we receive over the next couple weeks. I think that's all you need
All
to
right,
say.
I will make that motion,
Okay.
since
I'll
you just said it.
I'll second it, since you just
I want to move ahead with restoring the Tico painting based on the bids that we received.
For the quotes.
You're gonna
I second it.
Based on the quotes that we received.
Okay. Any additional discussion?
Well, I have a question. Will these other two companies, like, we know the qualifications, are they going to give us, like, all their qualifications and other projects that they've done? We're not just going to get a sheet of paper that says it's going to be this much
No,
money.
we're not going to call Sherwin-Williams and say, would you come and slap some paint on this Tico Hall? No, we would make sure that they have credentials that are, similar or.
Okay, awesome,
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. We'll do our due diligence. We like those words.
Okay, fourth on our program tonight is the Sheffield Park Native Balance.
Sorry, do we have to vote on that?
Yes.
All in
So we
Oh,
have a motion and a second, just need a vote.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? No. Motion passes. Okay, the Sheffield Park Native Balance Restoration.
I'm so excited about this. I would have gotten this information to you guys sooner if Noel and I had gotten it sooner, but we just finalized everything last night, so. Yeah, I told her, it was funny, I told her, I said, we have to have it by the 20th. Okay, so the situation with Noel is this Native Balance was originally a North Pinellas Cultural Alliance art project, and it was when I was chair of that nonprofit, and the North Pinellas Cultural Alliance actually paid for the installation. So the good news is we don't have any money in this project yet. This will be, if this gets approved, this will be what the city is gonna, okay for us to restore it. Since she's done this, she's moved to, I think, Boston. It might be New Hampshire, but I think Boston. And she's an art teacher up there. So that's why I asked her to do a couple of different estimates, because the first estimates that she sent me, I said, I'm on the board and I'm not even gonna approve that, But these, I think, are well in reach of the amount of work that has to be done. So if you look at so the differences between the touch-up estimates and the restoration estimates are, do we wanna do, you wanna do the touch-ups first? Let's do the touch-ups first, okay. So quote 2 is, okay, another thing is Sherwin-Williams is donating this paint.
Okay.
And I know how much Pro Park paint cost. This is saving us, my price would be $300 because I'm a contractor, but retail would be like twice that. So Sherwin-Williams has, it's gonna be the Pinellas Park Sherwin-Williams, not the Oldsmar Sherwin-Williams, but they're gonna donate the paint, which is awesome. Okay, so the touch-up installation at $1,800, that is for Noel to come down from Boston and personally do the work, and then Sarah and I, a friend of hers who's an artist, and I, since I was assistant artist on the first time, we're gonna help her.
I'm sorry.
So that's why we were able to
What
get,
page number are we looking at right now?
touch-up
first one.
estimate quote 2.
Estimate quote 2.
These aren't.
I know, it's not.
They say 1, 2, 3, 4,
Okay.
the last one.
She didn't have any numbers on them at first. I said, you gotta put some numbers. So we have 2 touch-up estimates and 2 restoration estimates.
Okay, so,
So the first one is for Noel to come down, okay? That's why the travel stipend is $1,200 and the touch-up installation is $1,800 because she needs, plane, car. Well, we're gonna talk about housing afterwards. So that's the $3,000 for that. The estimate number 4 is also $3,000, but that's not for Noel to come down. That's for Sarah and I to, and I'm not making any money on this. So this $1,800 for Sarah, that's for Sarah. I'm just volunteering. And the consulting would be for us to do video conferencing with her, to show us things, for her to lead us. So that's what the $1,000 is. And then that extra.
Sarah's local, isn't she?
Sarah's local, but she wasn't the artist on this. Noelle is. And she lives in Boston. So, and the $200, that is just the travel for like food and stuff like that. So basically that's the difference between these two. In my opinion, it's the same price. I'd much rather have Noelle come down because she was so honored when I called her, because she left Pinellas County because of the state of the murals and the art and all the art teachers losing their job. I mean, that's why she left Pinellas County, was because, Creative Pinellas, everything, seriously. So she was so honored to hear that a town wants to preserve our murals, not get rid of them. So I think, in my opinion, but of course it's gonna be up to a vote. So that's the touch-up estimate, okay? Full restoration estimate, that's basically the 3 of us pretty much doing the whole mural again. Painting everything within, the entire mural again. Again, Sherwin-Williams is providing the paint, which is even more, because a full restoration is gonna be more paint than a touch-up. And, okay, so we're looking at quote 3 now for Sarah, and then consulting, and then travel. So that's $4,000. So that's for Noelle to do the whole video conferencing, looking at it, us showing her videos, everything else, and Sarah and I doing the restoration, with the money going to Sarah, not me. Because that would truly be a conflict. And the 4th one, or quote number 1, that one is for Noelle to come down and to do it. And I think Sarah's gonna help, you know, I'm not sure. I know I'm gonna help. I've already cleared the time and everything for me to be there every day to help her. And then the travel stipend is more because she has to get a plane and a rental car and everything else. Now, this travel stipend is based on us finding her a host family. If we can find somebody that can put her up. And I know a few people in Oldsmar that might do it, but I was hoping that, you know, we could discuss that.
The
Because-
Holiday Inn often sponsors for East Lake Band, the judges. when they
Really?
come. Yeah, they've been very good. Every year they do it. They
Really?
give us like 3 rooms for the weekend.
And we'd only need one.
So I don't know if they would do something like that. I can ask the band lady who she talks to there.
Oh, that would be awesome, yeah, because.
That's what Holiday
When
Inn?
is it?
Here in Oldsmar.
In February.
In February.
Since she's an art teacher in Boston, she's not available to come and do it herself until the week of February 17th or, hold on.
They get like a winter break.
They get a break, yeah. And the week of February 17th is when she could come down. So, again, to me.
17th of
February,
February, okay.
yeah, yeah. Which I think is good because we've got the holidays coming up, you know, and, I mean, it probably, no, she wouldn't even be able to consult until then because she has a job all day long and if we're painting, we've got to be able to send her videos and stuff like that. Again, we're looking at the same amount of money to have Noelle come down and do it, as long as we can find her a host family or a hotel that would, you know, be willing to do that. That would be awesome, yeah.
Objectively, what is the difference between the restoration and the
The touch-up, I think, because I've done this kind of thing before, you're not gonna get a full, what I'm worried about with the touch-up is it's not gonna be a full vibrancy of it being done again. It's not, it's gonna be a touch-up, and she's gonna go over everything that needs to be done, and, you know, everything that looks really bad, but it's not gonna be us taking the black lines and doing them
She's gonna match the
again.
color of
She's
the
gonna, oh, yeah,
wall, the
we've
worn
got,
color we already have.
we have the colors on file.
Okay.
So Sherwin did the paint when we did it, back when we did
But
it.
if you're touching it up, since it's already been there for so long,
The
you're gonna have to
oxidation, yeah.
mix it to then match the
Exactly.
recoloring, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
And so, in my layman terms, some of the paint will be old and some of the paint will be new,
Correct.
even though the color's matching. And
Correct.
is there a sense of the life of this paint?
If we do a full restoration, it's gonna last, I mean, Sherwin-Williams Pro Park is what they use for parking lots. So, and what we have going over Sheffield Park is just bikes, skateboards. We don't have cars going over it, so.
Let me ask it a different way. So and I'm just making this up, let's say it's been there 5 years. I don't know how many years it's been, but 5 is easy for math. So it's been there 5 years and the life cycle of that paint is 10 years. And so we touch it up, so that paint will then last 10 years, but the paint that's still there would only last 5 years.
Which to me would be another vote in favor of full restoration.
Yes,
For me,
Yes, I just want to make
Yes,
sure
and
I
another thing,
had the
good
data
point,
right.
Barbara, good point, because another thing is we're gonna be dulling it down to match the paint for the touch-up. Whereas a full restoration is, we're repainting it. The 3 of us are gonna repaint the whole thing, you know? And it's only $1,000 difference, so.
I have another question.
Yes.
Which I think I probably know the answer to, but I'm going to ask. So with the restoration, do you remove?
No.
Any of is it loose? Is it
If
just
it's
worn?
loose, we will.
Right.
We'll take wire brushes and we'll take scrapers and stuff. And I think Joan,
Sand it down.
well, not really. I mean, it's asphalt, so it's
Right.
already
Yeah, it's
rough.
already rough.
It's already rough. And I know that the Parks
Did
and Rec, or
sometime-
somebody
they
did some.
filling in of some cracks. They still have a little
Yes.
bit more to do.
When I
but
went
that'll
to
be
see
done
it, the
before.
asphalt sunk down, so they needed to do another coat of the asphalt to get it up to the same level, so our
And they
paint doesn't.
do that in-house, yeah.
Yeah. But it looked good. The repair that they did looked good, and it's not their fault. It was a bigger crack because of the
Yeah.
floods than a normal crack.
Yeah.
So it would take 2 coats of asphalt. But, so yes, we would definitely prep whatever we have to prep in order for it to be all adhering at the same rate. Sure.
And this also includes a protective coat after the painting?
I don't know if we did
Sometimes those paint's already built in with.
yeah,
the
Propar,
top.
it's made for streets. It's made for crosswalks. It's such good paint that it's made for that. And you don't, no, you know what? We did not. And there's also safety reasons why you do not. You don't want anything slippery to where somebody could bust their butt and then sue the city. And so, yeah, we did not do a clear coat. We did clear coats on the Oldsmar murals, but because people aren't walking on them, but not the mural at the park, not Native Balance. And it was vibrant and beautiful for, till, and then the floods just,
When was
Out.
it originally done?
I can't,
2018.
28, thank you,
Oh,
It's in
right there.
2018, so, yeah, 6 years.
My understanding.
And I don't think that it would have failed, I'm sorry. I don't think it would have failed if the floods hadn't gotten to it. I don't think it would be this bad if the flood, because we did RE Olds in 2016, and it's brighter than Sheffield. Because there's no weather, I mean, there's still weather on it, but there's no traffic or
Traffic, yeah.
anything like that, so.
So this originally was completed when?
2018.
2018.
So 2 years after RE Olds.
So 7 years.
And it would have lasted longer if we hadn't had the weather, but then again, we can't say we're not gonna have another flood either,
That's
so.
true.
That's not, I'm not making.
Sure.
I just busted my own point.
So we can expect a minimum of 7 years and
Yeah.
possibly 10.
Yeah,
Okay.
We don't have any issues of needing to get multiple estimates, do we?
I don't think on this, because of the nature of the artwork you're you're talking about it, either doing it in-house or doing it with the original artist.
Very
So it's kind of hard to, I think the biggest question would be, if we're going to repaint it exactly the way it is, with the exact same colors, is there a possibility that that you and Sarah
Oh,
could
Noelle
replicate
is-
this?
I'm sorry.
I guess my question is, what is the purpose of bringing Noelle in? She's already done the design, you're gonna repaint what's there. It's basically, I hate to say paint by number, but do you know what I'm saying? You're
Right.
repainting.
I have one
existing-
really good answer for that.
Okay. Yeah.
Respect. She did it when she did it, and the price that we paid her, I mean, I'm not even gonna say what we paid her.
Well, I know what we paid her. We paid $2,000 when it was new.
We didn't pay for it. The North Pinellas Cultural Alliance paid for it.
But that's what she was paid
And it was
originally.
2,500, but it's okay. And so it wasn't even worth what we paid her back then, I don't think. I think she did more than a $2,000 mural, 25, I thought it was 2,500. Anyway, so it really would be the respect that she is the artist, and her name is signed on it, with North Pinellas Cultural Alliance on there too. And because also, if you look at the prices, there's no economic reason for us not to have her come down, because the price is the same. So, did that answer your question?
Yeah. So the only real difference in the pricing is the travel and the,
No, the only real difference in the pricing is
Money goes to.
who the money goes to, right. Sarah would be making more money
Than Noel.
than Noel.
Which is kind of
Right, which is-
interesting, isn't it?
Well, I am the one that asked her for options, because when I saw the first estimates, I said, I can tell you this is not, I'm on the board and I'll vote no on this price, on the 2 prices that she gave me, I said, we gotta think of ways that we can get this within a budget that I think that the board and everybody can handle. So that's when we came up with the touch-up versus restoration, that's when we came up with the getting a host family to host her so that we can get that price down.
So the way I look at it is if we go with the touch-up, we're probably gonna have to do this again in 5 years or so.
Right.
And if- You know, and for another $3,000 or whatever.
1,000, yeah.
1,000, it's only
Exactly.
1,000 different.
It's only 1,000 difference, but your point is in another, how many ever years, we're gonna be touching it up again. And every time we touch it up, it's gonna dull it. Because we're gonna match the paint to what the paint is now, because paint oxidizes and fades.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's specifically relevant to this moment in time in this project, but I do think it could be something that this committee, this board adds to the level of discussion about how long do we really want a certain work of art to be the work of art that is in the community.
I think we talked about that at the last meeting,
Yeah, but
didn't we?
we didn't come up with, we don't have a policy or a set of recommendations. You know, for me, when you talk about, let me say it this way, I'm going to, and I would be happy to make the motion, I think the restoration and restoring the vibrancy and having Noel do it is the right thing to do. But I wouldn't want to make that decision based on in another 7 years, we're gonna have Noel do it again and maintain that same artwork in that park till our kids are grandparents.
Right.
Well, we can wait until then and make that, and then
Oh.
at that point, we could say it's time for something new.
We can, except that we are also establishing a precedent. We're establishing a precedent that we are, actually, we're establishing the precedent in two things. We're doing the auditorium here, and then we're doing this. And obviously, two doesn't make a pattern, but I think that it's just something that would be good to have some kind of workshop on or discussion, so that we can make the recommendation to the city council that we think murals in general ought to be replaced, not just restored, but replaced after a certain
Right.
life. I don't think we can
Good
make
point.
that now. I think it would be inappropriate now, but
Right.
I would really like to have that
No, it's a-
discussion and come up with some real concrete recommendations.
I agree, and that would also give other artists the opportunity to
Yes.
put something new there. I agree,
The
yeah.
other thing
thank
that
you.
we have to keep in mind is under our new maintenance program, the artist has to give us a feel, not only of the.
Right. Well,
They have
since
to give
this
us
was a
feel of the, how long
Yeah.
this is gonna last, what kind of preventive maintenance are we gonna have to
Right.
put on.
Noel will do
Yeah.
that. And since this was also a North Pinellas Cultural Alliance project versus the City of Oldsmar money project, taxpayer money project, we didn't ask her that then. You were on the board too at that time, weren't you, Barbara?
No,
You weren't?
I was with Creative Pinellas, and I
Okay.
sat in on your meeting sometimes.
Oh, okay. Christopher was, I think.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
so yeah, for me, I don't, well, I'll let anybody else ask questions.
I'm happy to make a motion if we're ready to do that.
Yeah, any other discussion? Joan? Any other?
No,
Oh, the point, but I have to make one more point. It's based on us finding her either a hotel room that's comped or a host family. Okay, so.
Otherwise,
That's
there'll be
for
more charges.
3 days, 2 days?
I think a week. I think she says it's gonna take her a week, so, yeah. So, and she would need a bedroom and a bathroom, basically. And she doesn't mind kids or pets. So, that's based on that. So that, I guess we can talk about at a later
Yeah,
time.
I think you could make a motion that says not to exceed, this $4,000.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, I
this,
think that absolutely should be part, but I do, going back to what Michael just said, in our maintenance plan, we did say going forward, asking for what the expected life cycle of a particular piece of art, I think is gonna be important, because it will also relieve you of the burden of being the,
That guy.
this needs to go away.
Right, we're
Because
gonna
if
paint
we
over
have
it.
it on a
Right,
regular,
right.
yeah, and there is a difference, I think, between the Tico Hall painting, which has real historic value because it was
Right.
done by it was commissioned by R.E. Olds when the city was built. So there is a big difference between those two things. So in that sense, I don't think we're setting a precedent for how we treat artwork in the city. So if that makes you feel better about it.
So Barbara made the motion. I don't want to be the one to second it because I'm the one that brought this to the
I'll
board,
second
so, okay, thank you.
So I make the motion that we accept quote one that has the artist, the original artist, doing a full restoration and not to exceed $4,000, inclusive of the paint, the restoration work, and the travel segment,
And I second that.
And we also want a maintenance
And a maintenance plan.
and a maintenance plan,
Maintenance
Right.
plan, yeah.
or a maintenance projection.
Do we have a second?
Yes, me.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you for doing all that work.
Anyone opposed?
Oh, it was a pleasure, and plus, it's just gonna be so much fun because I'm gonna be the assistant again. It's gonna be so much fun.
Okay, motion passes.
And if anybody else wants to come and help, you wanna come and help?
I mean, I'll be teaching, but
Take pictures.
So we're going with quote
Quote number one, restoration with Noel
one,
coming.
and you mentioned that's going to be in February?
Oh, yeah, the week of February 17th. So we'll have to get her housing by then. I live in Ozona, so, and I'm in between houses right now because I sold my house and I haven't bought a new one yet. So I would definitely host her if I could, but I have 2 cats in a very small place and that's not what she needs.
Well, hopefully that hotel idea
That would be
could
awesome.
move forward, yeah.
that would be great.
How will we know?
I'll communicate to Joan.
Okay, awesome. And you'll email so I can let her.
I'm sorry,
For the
I was
hotel,
making some notes here.
For the hotel, I'll get the contact person and send that to you.
The
to find out
contact
about.
person?
And it might not be a full week. I can't talk to her tonight because she's got a bunch to do. I'm talking to her tomorrow. So I just know it's the week of the 17th. It might only be 5 days. I don't know.
She's
Ha-
looking at the Holiday Inn,
Oh.
donating
For Noel.
the room for Noel.
I mean, I'll be happy to make a call. This is not
I'll
my
get-
forte.
No. I have a contact person from band because they host our judges
Okay,
and they comp all of it for the school. So we can reach out and see if they would do
Okay.
something similar, but I need to ask the band president.
Oh, okay.
Who that
And- all
person
right.
is, yeah, and then I'll.
It probably
I'll
won't,
send that email to you and then you can.
sure.
and it might not even be a full week. I'm not sure. So after I speak with Noelle tomorrow, I'll email Joan so she can, because I can't call you about it. I mean, I would if I could. And then you'll know how many nights that she needs.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, and also let them know that Sherwin's donating all the paint. That might, you know. Why don't you partner with Sherwin Williams on this beautiful art project?
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so let's move on to item number 5, and this is Joan's area.
I'm in the process of working on those bronze sculptures. You know, after 20 years, they're in kind of sad shape, but they're getting better, and I've finished 3 of them, and I finished one today, and so the next few will be coming over. We still have not, they have not been able to install the platform for the one that we took out of Mobley, so that will probably be done after the first of the year. They're really backed up in our facilities. But we're making good progress. We are going to move ultimately the statue that's at the corner of the library, which we all, was kind of hidden in the bushes. I think we're going to move it to a more prominent place, let the bushes grow in, because they have a tendency to grow anyway. So this will put it in a more prominent place. And again, once that's ready to go. So it's a slow process, but it's moving along, and the wax has really helped. I know when I went over the other day after it had rained, it was all nice and beaded up on there instead of soaking into this sculpture. There are some places, though, that are, just not, they're 20 years old, and, but we should be able to get a few more good years out of them, so that
Do you
is.
have any photos of them polished?
I am terrible about taking before and after photos. I'll be the first to admit it. I wish I had done that, especially
okay,
with the
it's
one I
okay.
just did today, but I'll try and remember to do it
Okay.
on the next one.
Yeah, I'd love to see.
We did, however, I did receive some photos from facilities and the park staff that the coating on the murals at RE Olds are starting to peel. Now, from what I've been able to read, it is possible to repair that with a very fine grain sandpaper to smooth off the edges and the places where it's peeling and recoat it. So that will be an upcoming expense, and I have no idea what that costs at this point. You worked on.
Yeah,
well,
I
that-
actually, my company, Providence Painting, actually did the coating because we had a little problem with the artist. And so my company did it, and I didn't charge. I just charged for the coating.
Yeah.
But I closed my company. I could still do it.
Well,
I'm retired now, but I could still do it.
Well, and I think all we need is a lift and, the kind of things.
A lift and
yeah.
and even, I could even be there to supervise and they can do it because it doesn't have to be.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think once the sanding part is done, which requires a little more delicate touch.
Right.
We could have in-house, painters put the coating on.
Yeah.
I just don't know what the cost would be. I'm assuming it would be a couple $1,000s to do the
Well,
work.
by the time we buy I mean, I have a sprayer,
Material.
so they could use, I could be there, but I just don't want to be doing all the work.
Right, no, and
But I
that's
can,
fine.
I can be there, but yeah, it's a matter of, like you said, sanding it, getting it ready, and
Mm-hmm.
then spraying another coat, and it's gotta be somebody that knows how to spray. I'll do it, because if you do it too heavy, one of the reasons why Lakima didn't finish the project was because she did it too heavy and it ran. And we had to sand that down, and we had to do all of that.
Yeah.
And nothing against her, she just didn't have as much experience with a clear coat as she did with the beautiful artwork that she produced, because those murals are beautiful. So we love you, Lakima. But yeah, it's something that can be done.
I think the big thing for this board to know is that we have $30,000 in this year's budget. We're talking about $4,000 for Sheffield. My costs have been minimal. I literally had to buy, a few products, probably $100 I've spent on doing the stuff that needs to be done on the bronze sculptures. Whatever we need, I'm presuming it'll be a couple $1,000s to do the clear coat. Let's just say, for the sake, does that sound reasonable?
High if I do it for nothing.
Well, but the materials are gonna cost
The
something.
materials are
So
gonna cost.
whether it's 1,000 or 2,000.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
would
that's-
still leave us
yes.
$24,000, which would allow this board to move forward with a new project,
Mm-hmm.
which I think would be exciting for you all to participate in, and for the city to have an additional piece of commissioned art, rather than just doing restoration.
Okay, well then in that case, the answer is yes, we can do it for 2,000 or less, because we'll get Parks and Rec, we'll get the lift, we'll get them to do all the work except for the spray-in, and then we can work together to get the coat sprayed. So yeah,
Okay.
then knowing that
But those are
knowing
the-
we're gonna get another art project?
Those are the only two, the wings will need some work, just a coating, because they've never been coated, and I have the instructions from the original artist on that project. So I think, and our project at the sports complex is still very new and in great shape. It really doesn't need anything. We have all the information on what color numbers and what kind of paint was used, so in the event that we need to do something. So I think we can safely say that we can do these three restorations, the
Right.
bronze sculptures, the aureoles, and that we've done what we need to do for this year, and then we can move ahead with a new project, which I think is.
So wouldn't that
Yeah.
be
Exciting.
10,000,
Joe, you're
not
forgetting the
6,000?
For
It'll
a,
be
Oh,
closer, I think.
yes, well,
we'll
then
still
we'll
have about
probably
20
down to
grand.
about
It's your big
20,000.
brain.
Yeah, we'll
now.
still have about
Yeah,
20.
You're right,
just
8,
still-
9,
yeah,
10.
Money
We'd
comes
have
in,
20.
money goes out, it's not.
Enough to do something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's still a good amount.
Yeah, it's still, I mean, it won't be as much as we have now,
Four
but yeah.
for the Tico, 4 for this, and 2 for Olds, right?
Yeah.
That's
It's about 10.
Yeah,
So we'd
so
have
yeah,
about
So
20 left.
we'd still have $20,000, which you can, and I did bring just I just got a call for artists, which I get a lot of times, that, because I belong to an association. The city of Davie, which is over on the East Coast, is doing, for $20,000, they're commissioning some artist-made benches for, their parks. These are, I'll just pass this around, because they're really colorful and interesting, and it may be something that this board, for its new project, may want to consider, since, this whole development of State Street and St.
Right.
Petersburg Drive, that whole corner with all that's going on down there. And there was a presentation this past week at the city council. They'll be, I think, moving ahead with some things on the city hall site. So there's a lot of opportunity and a lot of great placement that can be done. So I just thought those were wonderful. It really
Very
kind of
cute.
sparked, yeah.
Well, just,
It's just the C, yeah.
She's so cute. Now you're a
yes.
prisoner.
Thanks
You're
for
allowed to
participating.
leave. Oh, these are nice.
I thought those were interesting.
How many for 20,000?
I don't know if they're looking at one or two. I think two is what.
those are the park benches,
Yeah, both of them are parked, but apparently they do a lot. The nice thing about something like that is it's functional as well as beautiful, which people usually appreciate.
There's all their stuff.
Can you say anything about the projects that we had in October?
Yes, well, we had a fairly short timeline to put together an Arts Month. We did have a proclamation at the city council meeting, and I thank some of you for being there when we did our proclamation. That was great. We tried to, we did do a weaving project. We had, and they were pretty successful. We had some really interesting one at the library, because they get a lot of traffic, and the rec center. I was really pleased with how much participation we got there. It was full. The one at City Hall was a little bit more sparse, but it doesn't get as much traffic as those two sites. But I think that people appreciated the opportunity to participate in something. We had a movie, an artist-themed movie. We had classes that happened, and some of those are just regular, but it's a matter of kind of putting together all the pieces. I don't think we had anybody participate in the Saturday market or the Tampa.
Too short of notice.
Yeah. Next year, we'll have a little more time to think about this, and we can maybe add some other components. But at the minimum, I think people knew it was Arts Month, and that was good. That was good, so.
Thank you.
Nice.
And they had something, the children in the library, too.
We had the children's exhibit,
That was
and that was,
fabulous,
we probably had, I don't know, 600 to 800 people at the opening reception. It was
That's a lot of
jam-packed.
people.
Wow.
It was, every parent, grandparent, and sibling was here, and we had about 800 pieces of art hung. It was wall to wall, so it was a great way to kick off the month. It was really, really quite exciting.
Kids were so excited
Oh, yeah.
to show their
Oh,
art.
I'm
Had their
sorry I
picture
missed
taken
it.
next to their piece of art. It was great.
That was
great.
fabulous, yeah.
Joan, you have before pictures, because they're in
Oh,
the
that- yeah.
plan. So you
But they're
do
not
have
very
before
close up.
pictures, but
They don't really show all the flaws.
There's 14 is close up. You could do before and after of that one.
Okay.
Okay, Judith is not here, nor Christopher, so they're not going to be able to give us their reports. Christopher sent us something, but I can't seem to locate it. Do you have another copy of that? Yeah. Yeah, okay.
This?
Yes, yes,
His
okay.
email.
Okay, this is what Chris says. I looked at 15 programs across the country and found that honoraria for a year-long exhibition range from $500 to $3,000 per artist. Most every program runs in one-year increments. Some programs offer a People's Choice prize ranging from $1,000 to $5,000, while others have a purchase option ranging from $10,000 to $20,000. So we're looking at, let me see, I looked at, year-long exhibitions for $500 to $3,000 per artist, okay, which is fairly reasonable. Most every program runs in one-year increments, okay? So they actually have these that run more than 1 year, I guess. Some programs offer a People's Choice prize ranging from $1,000 to $5,000. That's paid by, I'm assuming that would be paid by us if we ran that. Mhm. While others have a purchase option ranging from $10,000 to $20,000. Okay,
It gives us a good idea.
gives us an idea, yeah.
I think the initial cost is, the initial cost of any leasing program is building the platforms and the solar lighting that you need to have the artwork displayed. So whenever, or however we would decide to do this in the future, have a leasing program, which gives you a lot of opportunity for variety and different kinds of art and different artists and a lot of involvement of the community. We would have to budget for a concrete slab, because it has to be affixed to something, and the lighting. So the first time we do it, it will be more expensive. The other option is to do, maybe two a year, and kind of add to it as money becomes available. So there's a lot of different options, but I think that the city of Clearwater has had a lot of success with their leasing program of public art on Cleveland, which is that kind of main drag through their downtown, and very comparable to some of the wide medians that we have on the main streets, Park and Bayview. So those for the future, I think that would be a real possibility to to look at.
So I'm assuming that once we have a total feel for what our maintenance costs are gonna be, then we can start making these decisions as to which ones we're gonna try to pursue.
Yep.
Okay, and then, okay, Judith isn't here, so we'll find out next time around from her on that.
Which one is Judith's?
She does looking into the research on the public funding.
Oh, the number 9, new business?
Number 7.
Number 7.
Yeah. 7, 8. And I am going to talk about, community funding strategies encompasses a whole variety of different funding options that I think we should probably explore in future meetings. What I'm going to talk about tonight is corporate funding and sponsorships. And the reason for that is I think it's going to give us a bigger bang for the buck, and also probably give us funds a lot earlier in some of the other projects, like the public funding projects, things like that. And so a successful marketing strategy for securing corporate donations for public art focuses on demonstrating the specific community impact and brand alignment opportunities for potential corporate partners. Unlike individual donors, corporations are motivated by brand visibility, employee engagement, tax benefits, of course, and community impact. Those are the 4 motivating factors that they kind of look for. In terms of brand visibility, we can offer prominent placement of the corporate logo on the arts piece plaque. We can event signals in all promotional materials on websites, social media, press, and releases. On the employee engagement, we could propose exclusive pre-installation viewing events on hands-on volunteers and hands-on volunteer opportunities related to the project for their employees. Those are things that they would love to include in their program. Tax benefits, obviously, we want to mention the potential for company tax breaks for nonprofit donations. Community impact, we have to clearly articulate the project's specific benefits, such as revitalizing a public space, supporting local artists, or providing educational opportunities. And we want to use data and compelling visuals to tell a story there, to really captivate them. Key marketing tactics. 1, create a compelling proposal. Develop customized professional proposals that use strong narratives, project renderings, and clear budget breakdowns. Each proposal should explicitly link the art project to the corporation's specific business objectives and values. Leveraging digital platforms. Use online advertising and social media to showcase the project's progress and community excitement. Targeted ads can reach corporate decision makers and demonstrate public support. Hosting exclusive events. Organize small, high-impact informational events like virtual or in-person for potential corporate partners. Use these at networking opportunities to build personal connections with key decision makers. Communicate impact regularly. Maintain consistent communication with current and prospective donors through newsletters and updates. Provide concrete examples of how their support translates into tangible community benefits. Utilize matching gift campaigns. Partner with a corporation for a matching gift campaign which aligns their brand with your mission and can significantly boost fundraising efforts by encouraging individual donations. So you kind of partner them both and you get them both involved. Building connections. Collaborate with nonprofit influencers and industry leaders to build credibility and expand your network within the corporate sector. These are obviously ambitious goals to take on. So we will need to start with kind of baby steps to get this moving along. To this end, I'm going to put together a marketing strategy for corporate donors with a clear plan that includes objectives for 2026 and a rough estimate of our initial costs. This will be presented to the board for discussion at our January meeting, and once we agree to move forward, take it to the City Council for approval. I have planned to work with the Oldsmar Chamber of Commerce and the Community Redevelopment Agency to identify businesses and industries that we can contact for potential funding or sponsorships. This will require obtaining contact information and the names of the key decision makers so we can kind of tailor our program and go directly to the ones that are finally going to make the decision there. We can then send targeted marketing pitches and follow up with virtual or in-person meetings to cement the relationship. The beauty of establishing a corporate funding strategy is that once you get the networking done and you get the partners and they get engaged, et cetera, you're likely to have this continue on a year in, year out basis, or at least with some of them. So you're not having to do the whole thing over and over and over as long as you maintain the relationships. And that's the intention there.
Wow, you did a lot of work.
Thank you.
So what I heard was you're going to put together the marketing plan
Yeah.
and,
I'll present it to this board.
okay,
We'll open it to discussion, okay, what works, what they don't
Right,
think is
right,
gonna
right.
work, any additional things. Once we decide to move over, I think one of us has to go to the city council and get approval from them.
yeah,
Because this is a
probably.
funding strategy, we're gonna have to use the city's,
Seal,
a bank
right, right.
account to be able to
No,
receive the
you're right,
donations.
You're right, yeah. And you know how to do all that? Do the marketing plan and all that good stuff?
Yeah, I think so.
For you.
I'm going to use,
All right, you're gonna be put to work, Jim.
I'm gonna.
There you go.
Michael, are you seeing this as getting sponsors for a program or sponsors for a project?
Both. Because I'm looking at cash donations for companies, businesses, industries that don't really want to get that involved in an individual project. and those that do want to sponsor a project. Usually the sponsors are for much larger projects. You know, if you want to do a fountain, you know, that's going to cost $60,000, $80,000, then you would go to maybe 10, 15 of your corporate sponsors and say, are you willing to come in for a $6,000?
But then all those corporate logos would be on the fountain.
Yeah, well, we'd have to put them somewhere, yeah. We'd have to.
No, I'm
You'd have to
I'm not raining
recognize-
on this parade. Anybody that gives us money for art, I'm all for.
Yeah, you have to recognize them, yeah. Keep them.
But if we were looking, so like Christopher's idea of, if we do the temporary things of getting a sponsor that every year would give us the 10,000 that we, if we wanted to do like the option, like we would always have that option to purchase thanks to Tico or whoever sponsored it every year, or the People's Choice Prize is always sponsored, like they commit for 5 years, we'll always do the prize for.
Right, yeah. Now, can we assume that, that the city's gonna continue funding us for $30,000 a year?
No,
We can't assume that.
I don't think it's realistic to think we'll have $30,000 every year.
Well, we get it every 2 now, right? It's already been
Well,
brought down to 2, hasn't it?
that is the plan. A lot depends upon what happens in Tallahassee with property taxes.
Yeah.
That could change the game
Right.
completely, because there's certainly a move by the current group to eliminate property taxes, and I'm not sure exactly where that would leave all city government, or county government, for that matter. So there's a lot of unknowns in that. I think our current city manager has a real commitment to public art, and in discussions that I have had with her, that's certainly her intention, is to every other year, because it takes, by the time you do the call to artists and all the, it's a 2-year cycle, so that part seems very realistic, but there's a lot of unknowns
Right.
in the future, and I don't want to make a prediction that, or a guarantee that will always happen. So from that standpoint, I think it is important to look at other funding, potential funding sources. And just going back to the comment that you made, Erica, yeah, corporate sponsorship and leasing, might be an incredible way to really kind of build a lot of bang for your buck, because, a smaller amount of money is needed to fund a lease project, and it also provides the variety and visibility that a new program probably needs, because the more you change things, people notice it. And after a while, you don't see. How many times do you go past something and you don't even see it after a while? But if it changes, you see it. So that may be a key to our initial success with public art. I'm just kind of throwing that out there for you.
And
That
being
sounds good.
being a small community, in Oldsmar, we don't have the mega corporations, that are gonna give us just tremendous amount of money. So we're gonna have to divide this into businesses of a certain size that maybe want to donate on their own, and then, industry groups like restaurants, go to all the restaurants and say, would you like to sponsor this? Or would you be willing to give us $200 a year or something like that for art in Oldsmar? Plumbers, electricians, all of those different industry groups will be able to, plumbers, there's gotta be what? 15, 20, 25, 30 in Oldsmar, okay, that might be willing to do something like this.
So you've got the hotels, you
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 do
look
have
at,
some major.
right, if you look at typical corporations, maybe not, but you've got some, like, some of the ownerships of the restaurants here are notorious for contributing money to the arts.
Yes, yes.
And not $5 or $100 or, but, significant dollars.
Yeah.
So I would just, let's not presume that we don't have the pockets here to drive something really big. But what I really liked about the leasing one is I think people want to know what they're getting. And if you say, give us money to support our public arts program, they'll be like, well, what is that? But if you say, give me money to support this lease program, or give me money for this particular project, I think we would have better response
Most
because it's
likely.
concrete.
Yeah.
And it's also a possibility that some of the bigger corporations, like we know Microlumen, they donate a lot to a lot of different things, or some of the bigger hotels. If they did support something in a large scale, then the placement of that piece of art could be near their establishment.
Yes.
Which would bring people to
Right.
that. So that's also a possibility.
Yeah. But you really organized the whole, approach very well.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah. Well, I really believe that the corporate donations, and then trailing on them, the individual, high net worth donations of individuals is going to give us the most funds, unless we get lucky with some of the national programs and stuff, which is hit or miss.
Well,
Yeah.
It takes forever, right? I mean,
well, some of them were for things like traffic softening, we're not doing that anymore.
but I mean, there's things like crowdfunding. I mean, whoever heard of crowdfunding to raise money for Oldsmar art? But there are communities that do it. I don't know how they do it yet, but they do it. Okay, so let's move on to
Stage murals?
promoting Oldsmar Call for Artists.
What about the stage murals?
Didn't we just talk about that earlier?
Yeah, we
Is that about the
already spoke
coding?
about that. Yeah.
Oh, I was wondering,
Yeah.
why are they called stage murals? And then I realized, oh, there's a stage there. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not what we called them.
Got it.
You said Joan, you had something that you, on the call for artists?
Oh, yeah, what we're looking for, every year, the city gives, Business of the Quarter and some other official awards, and they want to have some artwork done by an Oldsmar, or done by an artist of some scene in Oldsmar to feature on and so this is just asking you to reach out to any networks that you have of artists who might consider submitting a design that would be potentially selected as this year's Business of the Quarter awards and other city awards. That's all this is.
They don't
And
have to
I've
be-
reached out to some other groups, and I know that Lyle has worked with me. He has a large cadre of artists that he works with.
I
And
did share it out. Just for your information, there is some verbiage on that website that is giving people the impression that it is limited to Oldsmar resident artists only.
Well, it's not, and so, yeah,
Oh,
I'll have somebody look at that wording, because
That's what I thought it was too. Good point, Lyle.
Yeah, if that is limiting who we're getting, that is.
I think it is.
But in the past, it has been done by staff, and it seems silly that staff are doing that. Why not make it an art opportunity?
So it'd be like the award itself is created by an artist.
Well, the award itself would have like a painting or something. I know I've reached out to a couple people that I know who do art. For example, I think last year's, Jen, you might know, had the bank building. Do you have a
First one was the bank building, then we had the Ariel's mural. Ariel's
murals,
stage, and the last one was of the
yeah.
beach.
It's just having an
Public-
image,
thank you.
an image of Oldsmar on the award, not actually designing the award, but incorporated into it.
Gotcha.
So if
Good
you know
idea.
anybody who might be interested, just
And this could
encourage you to.
include photography, anything?
I don't think we're looking for photography at this point. I know we're looking for like a drawing or a painting, a watercolor or a line drawing. Is that,
I'm not sure. I think the last one might have been a photograph that was
Yeah, that one-
enhanced
Mr. Bugs.
somehow. Yeah, so
Martial arts, that one was a photograph.
oh, was it? Okay.
I'm
Well,
not
then,
sure.
Well, you know that the Pinellas County Arts Annual is tomorrow, and there'll be 72 artists that you could go look at and see if you like any of them that you want to,
That's
reach
right.
out to.
That's in my neighborhood. I'm close.
Yeah,
to
and
that.
there's
Yeah,
not
there you
that
go.
many places that you can find 72 Pinellas County artists in one place.
Where is that gonna be, Barbara?
It's at the Gallery of Creative Pinellas that's in the Botanical Gardens.
Okay.
6 to
having a gala.
9. Tickets are only $25. But, you know, I mean, if you're thinking about where you could see multiple artists from Pinellas County, that might give you some ideas or people you wanted to reach out. You know, I'm really, there's a serious message under that sort of promotional moment. And I
Yes.
think it would be a good place to do some hunting, treasure hunting for good artists.
Well, are you going to be there?
I will be there.
Well, maybe you can do some hunting for us.
I certainly will.
Yeah, I think the key there is, however, we don't have any money for this. So it would have to be done out of the goodness of their heart.
Yeah.
That's, which I know we always ask artists to do things out of the kindness of their heart. But this truly has no funding source, so keep that in mind. So
Good
It
to
would be
know.
more exposure,
there you go, maybe.
maybe.
So they would either paint or draw or
Some
photograph.
scene of
something
Oldsmar is
Oldsmar.
what we want, yes. Something representative of the community.
And this would then go on a plaque? Or?
It goes on the award that is given throughout the year, the city manager awards, the business of the quarter, all the different awards that are presented throughout the
It's
course
like
of
a
the year.
frame certificate.
But the original art isn't on the plaque?
It's like a frame certificate.
No, it's like a certificate, but
art
it would
is
use
on
an
the
image of
paper
that artwork.
That's
So
put
the
in like
artist
an
could
8 by 10
retain
frame.
the artwork,
Oh, okay,
but the image of that artwork would be replicated on the award.
okay. All right. Okay, 2026 art projects,
I don't know if you-
recommendations.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to defer this until after we know the final numbers on all of the, it might be something that you want to think, but until we get all the final numbers on what we're going to have for restoration costs,
Yeah,
yeah, and then you start the new year with a
right.
new project and a kind of a known quantity of money that we'll have available, so.
I'll make the motion to defer action item, new business item number 12, 2026 art project recommendation to our next meeting. Or until after we know of the 3 restoration projects. So that might not even be the next meeting.
Right.
Yeah, might be, yeah.
I'll second.
All right, any,
All in favor?
all in favor?
Aye?
Okay, motion passed then. Now we have to come up to electing the board chair and vice chair for 26. Now, how does this work? Do they start in January? Do
Yes.
They start in January?
All the boards
Okay.
do, yeah.
All right.
Do you want to open the floor for nominations?
Yes, yes.
I'll nominate you. You're doing a great job.
I second that.
Okay. Do we have to
like you-
vote on a ballot, or can we?
Can we just vote like this?
If we have only one nomination, there's no need for ballots, but
Oh.
it's up to you guys.
Is there another nomination?
Doesn't look that way.
Doesn't look that way.
Accept? And what about the vice chair? Are there nominations for that?
Well, I have this idea that you guys have had a short term.
Right.
And, you know, most of the time it's at least 12 months, and so I don't want your terms to end early.
I say
So
roll
I
it.
nominate
Thank you.
Yes,
Linda.
You second? Okay.
I'll second it.
Good, because I don't want to go yet.
Okay,
we just got
stability.
started.
Thank you all. Yeah, we
that's
just
right.
started.
Yeah, really.
So we good there?
Other nominations?
No? We're good there?
Yes,
Did we vote?
we didn't have to.
Elected.
They were unopposed.
Oh,
Ran unopposed.
Unopposed.
Acclamation.
yay.
So this is a 3-year board, yet the positions are for 1 year. Is that the deal, Jenny?
The
That's what
officers?
we have in the bylaws. You guys are welcome to change that since you don't meet every month. But that's what we just have in the bylaws, so that's.
So this would go from January through December, in other
Right.
words? Okay. All right, the meeting schedule for next year, I believe we have it here.
It's on the last
It's on
page
the
of
very
the
back.
minutes.
Oh, on the back.
Here he is, yeah. So January 15,
Oh, thank you.
March 19, May 21st, July 16, September 17, and November 19. So every 2 months, and I think it varies in terms of the week. Does anybody have any scheduling difficulties with any at this time?
Think so.
What were those dates again?
March 19th, I know is spring.
January? What was it?
January 15,
15.
Funny how I know that.
What was March?
March
March 19,
19, okay.
May 21,
21, okay.
July 16.
I will not be here on July 16th. I will be in Mongolia.
When will you be back? Should we reschedule that one? When will you be back?
I get back on that date.
Oh, can we do it the week after that then?
I probably will be recuperated by then.
You're just a little travel bug. So what would that date be?
That would be the 23rd.
July
Of July.
Of July.
23rd.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Can you
to
check
make
on that and see if you can
adjustment.
move it? Yeah.
Mongolia.
Doesn't everybody go to Mongolia?
Going next week.
You're next week.
And anybody else have any,
I won't be here the March 19th, if it matters.
the March 19th?
Yeah, we're just going on a cruise.
Okay.
Nowhere that exotic.
Yeah, but it'll still be nice.
I hope so.
Can we move that date either forward or ahead?
What were the dates after July? September
September
17th?
17 and
17th?
November 19.
I can't do November 19th.
I'm so
I'm
impressed
gonna be
that
out of town.
I know, how can you have
All
a
our
schedule that
plans
far
so
in
ahead.
advance?
Right, I don't
Barbara, right? I'm like, I'm good for all of them. Okay, so the 19th, do we want to do the, well, a week after the
before.
19th, before, because of
Otherwise it's
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
So it would have to be
November
Have to do
12th.
week
before.
So
before.
what would, November 12th?
Are you going to be there the week before?
No,
No?
I'm not gonna, I'm gonna be gone from the 4th till the 19th.
From the 4th
To the 19th.
19th. Do you have anybody that could sit in for you with information?
I don't think I would necessarily have to, I mean, Johnny, will you be here?
I'll be here.
Do I?
Well, I don't
we-
have your expertise, but I'll be here.
Well, I'm sort of a committee of one, in the city. There's really nobody else.
Well,
So we
if
either-
we did, okay, so what about, oh, it's every 2 months. So what about the week after Thanksgiving?
We could,
December 3rd.
December
Yeah, it could
3rd?
be December.
Why don't we do
yeah.
December 3rd? That way Joan can be here. No
December.
offense, Jenny.
She's saying no.
Oh,
We usually have a code board,
oh,
enforcement board on that day, first.
We'd have to go
Thursday
to
of
what,
every month,
December
so
the
unless they're canceled,
17th or
17th.
December
Thursday?
17th?
Or could we go to a Tuesday in November?
Oh, Tuesdays
I would
are-
have to check to make sure council doesn't have a meeting.
Yeah.
Oh,
It would be
council's every
Tuesday,
other.
let me see, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25th.
Oh, no, that's Christmas,
No,
right?
November.
Oh, November 20th. That's right
That's
after
Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving.
Is it right after or right before?
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
That's
It's
the
right
week of
before.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving is
Oh, yeah, so we
November
don't wanna do that,
26th.
yeah.
And if it's the first week of December, they will have a council meeting because it's the 1st and the 3rd, but a lot of times the 3rd, they don't have because it's so close to Christmas. So, but it's not for sure. They vote on that.
Did you all want me to check on December, what it would be, 10th?
December 10th?
Day after, second Thursday in December?
Yeah, that sounds good, right? How's everybody on the 10th?
10th of December,
Yeah.
This should be fine.
I'm in town.
Are you in
Or,
town?
or you can give us your stuff before you
pretty
I
come.
don't know that far away.
It's always
Can't
Zoom
say
in,
that I
right?
know.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm impressed you guys have.
oh, no.
Not a school break, so I'm
When I'm on
probably
vacation,
It's not a school break. Right. Okay, so Jenny's going to check on it for us.
2 dates, right? I'm checking on 2 days, the July and December, correct?
July 23rd and December 10th, right?
So it's the 10th.
December 10th, okay.
So December 10th instead of the 19th.
Yeah.
Is what we're looking at possibly. Okay.
Instead of November 19th. Mr. Chair, I just wanted to mention, we have two of our Future Leader Program participants here, Riley and Finn. This is Finn's first time here. I didn't know if the board would like to hear any input that they might have on any of the things we discussed today.
I'd love to hear from them.
I'd love to hear from them too. Look at them all smiles back
If they're
there.
willing to come up and share.
What's your name?
Hello, council. I'm Finn, 1617 Shady Oaks. I don't really have too much input for this meeting. Granted, I did get here a little late, so my apologies on that. Overall, I think the meeting went well. I think there's a lot of prospects that, for the Arts Committee specifically, has on for 2026. There's a lot more that I think can be done going forward. But again, I think that will just come with time. So thank you.
How do you spell your name, darling?
Finn.
Nice. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for being
Thank
so
you.
engaged at such a young age. Well, I don't know how old you are, but
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Is that like Huckleberry Finn?
Yes.
your parents named you after Huckleberry Finn.
I hope so.
That's awesome.
I would like that name.
That's
I
awesome.
know, right? It's a good name. Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
How about you, Riley? You want to say anything?
Hi, my name is Riley. The meeting was overall well. I think there was a lot of things that you guys talked about tonight that I agree with, and that I like the ideas.
What's your favorite?
I think it was the one that you were talking about, like with like having someone come in and redo the mural and like finding places for her to stay and stuff like that.
Right. The Native Balance in Sheffield Park. Have you seen
Yeah.
it, the butterflies?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you have to go check it out.
I'm not really outside that much, so.
It's an iPad.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Did
yeah,
you
thanks
guys
for
know
coming.
each other before this? You did? You were friends before this? Did you go to the same school? Yeah. What school do y'all go to? East Lake High? Nice.
Finn is friends with my son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they've known each other since elementary school.
Oh,
Are you going to any of the other, meetings except for arts, or are you doing going to some of the other meetings as well?
I mean, for me, at least, hopefully to go to some of the other ones. I've gone to some of the the city council meetings
Okay.
previously. Those have been good.
Good.
future leaders.
Yeah.
You guys will be running.
Yay. You need good leadership
Yeah.
in the future.
So do we have any other comments before we adjourn? I think we're all set.
Yeah, good meeting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we got a lot done, huh?
Nice.
What a
all
great
that.
board share.
Yes.
Walking
I know, right? All that work.
No wonder we nominated him.
We had to make a motion to adjourn.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
As we're patting him on the back.
I have a motion to adjourn.
Never mind, all those compliments.
I think we're good? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for
Motion to
remembering.
adjourn?
Second.
Need a pen to take with you. You could have one of
I have plenty at home. I
You
just
get
forgot
to do
them all.
this now.
Oh,
I get to do that
I've
now.
done
No,
that.
this.
That's why I had the three.
Okay.
Motion to adjourn, and then
Are
you
we
go
good?
click.
Second?
Yeah, second it.
All right, there we go.
We're getting
good.
there a year in, we're